Yep.
Exciting to have Jermaine at practice today.
Yeah, of course. Any player that can obviously make the team better is exciting, and obviously with Jermaine's pedigree, he'll make any team better. So of course it's a good lift for the club.
Does he come here with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder after losing the starting role in Tottenham? Do you think he's here to kind of prove something, not just to himself, but to the soccer world?
I wouldn't think to Tottenham or anything like that. No, but I think I think any professional player wants to show his skills and his qualities on any stage, and really proud guy. So I presume he'd want to show his skills and score goals and play as well for himself and for his teammates.
Is he out of sight, out of mind when it comes to the World Cup for England?
No, not at all. There's a lot of conversations been had, behind the scenes with certain people, but when you're a player like Jermaine, the manager knows Jermaine inside and out. Everybody does, especially over in England, so they know what they're going to give him. So as long as he's fit and he's playing well, then he'll be up for selection like any other player.
Is he going to start for you on Saturday?
Hopefully, we'll see. We've obviously got to get him up to speed with everything, but if he's fit and raring to go, it'd be hard to turn down a player of that quality.
You said you had to see him in training to see how he is health-wise. Does he look fine to you, or does?
Well, yeah. Again, it's just easy. Just kind of hit a light one today, and as I say, we'll progress during the week. But at the moment, everything's pretty positive.
Is there concern, Ryan, that he hasn't had a full preseason with you guys, and he's only joined the team, was it 4 or 5 days before the season?
There's a concern that 4 or 5 of the guys actually haven't had a full pre-season with some of the injuries. So, yeah, we've got to get them up to speed. We've got to get guys healthy. Well, they're healthy now, but match fitness. There's 4 or 5 of them. And Jermaine is kind of the opposite. He's fit, but probably doesn't know the system or the players and everything like that. So it's going to take a bit of time, as it will. But we'll work really hard and we'll try and get it going as quick as we can.
At what point do you think you'll make a decision on whether he starts or not?
Well, again, it's only, say, Monday, so we've still got a bit of time, Hopefully, at the moment, right now, everything's positive. But as I said in pre-season, things can happen. We lost two strikers, 2 right backs. We lost, players that we didn't account for. So I'd love to make a prediction, but it's only a guess.
As the manager of this team, is there any concern with there's overwhelming expectations for this team, not just in the city but around the league. Do you find yourself having to manage that at all? Do you foresee that happening, or how do you deal with that?
The way I deal with it is that we've got a great bunch of guys. They're all hard working. They all want to win. We'll be very well organised, and we've got players that can turn games. So, do I worry at night when I go to bed? No, of course not. Just because of those reasons. We're going to win and you're going to lose. But what I can tell is all the variables and all the stuff that happens amongst the team. I'm really happy with. So I go to sleep at night very, very, very well.
How anxious are you to get it started?
In all honesty, I'd probably like a couple more weeks. like probably all coaches. I think the players want to get going straight away. So, but again, as I said, we've got a few guys that are just starting to get back healthy, but probably not up to fitness. So it's always being a bit greedy. I'd like to have a few more weeks.
Is Gilberto one of those? Like, is he ready, do you think, or is he?
Oh, Gilberto's one of them. Alvaro Rey's one of them. Bradley Orr's one of them. Mark Bloom's one of them. Justin Morrow's one of them. Jermaine Defoe's one of them. So yeah. But in saying that, I can't wait for the game.
As a coach, how do you try and get the chemistry together, especially with so many newcomers, and it's early, and coach's role must be very challenging to try and get them to work as a cohesive unit.
Yeah, well, there's no magical formula. It's not like switching on a light. You're right. It takes time, but when you've got good guys, good character, good winning mentality, they want to learn, and everybody knows the roles. Whether the right back on this team knows what the strikers are doing, and vice versa. So when everybody knows everybody's jobs, then it becomes quicker. So again, we've just got to get everybody up to speed.
Ryan, do you see yourself using Michael Bradley? Last week there was a little bit of a foot issue. Has he recovered?
Again, he was light training today for him. The problem with Michael is kind of stopping him from doing stuff. He's so keen and so eager, over keen and over eager, which is why he's such a good player. So it's more holding him back and pulling on the reins is my biggest problem with Michael.
Julio Cesar didn't train today?
Yep, no, he was out.
Oh, was he there?
Yep,
Okay.
no, Julio was out training. So obviously, again, he played the game, played 90 minutes, and then had a bit of travel from South Africa. So, but he got all that out of his legs today, and he's all good.
How did Defoe do on today's practice?
He's awful. He's done. He did fine. He did absolutely fine. He's again he came in on Saturday, so again we just have to be careful just with artificial field and a flight, and but no, he's still got a goofy smile and still enjoys hitting the back of the net, and that's all I'm worried about.
What else needs to be done before the very first game?
Well, lots of things, but we'll try and tick as many boxes as we can. But fortunately, like probably all coaches, you always want an extra day. But the players that we're eager for.
The fact that Seattle, it's an artificial surface, does that sort of weigh into your mind at all in terms of whether guys who are that might not be entirely fit to play them or not?
Yeah, it's tough. Because you get the travel, then you've got not just an artificial field, it's a bad artificial field. It's not like this one. So it takes, it's like playing 1.5, 1 3/4 games in terms of damage to your body. So again, we've got guys who are healthy but just don't have the hardness of fitness under them, which is a concern. But we'll make those decisions closely now.
Jermaine says he's already got the Tottenham friendly circled on his calendar. How about you?
Gee whiz, when's that? That's about 20 games away. Got a lot more things to worry about than that one.